Really considered the mechanics of the filters and my own social immunology. I will give a little bit of the historical introduction. You might find it interesting to learn that one of the early forms of immunity going on was a pursue immunology department, and the editorial for those of you who are immunologists consisted of four really major means to really find a lot of concepts and management on that. So one can say that 5 years later, even for the leadership and immunity is increasing well since then. And the topic of my talk is going to be how immunity affects aging. And the reason why I think immunity system is really one of the most critical players is that for thousands of years, the longevity and the human lifespan has been pretty much steady until the major discoveries in the field of immunology, the biologics, the vaccines, etc. And for the last 100 years, we've gone significantly over the increasing lifespan of humans. Now, we use immunological tools to fight next generation of the age disease, cancers, and the dementia. But to me, to our lab, there is an underlying aging and age changes that are happening even in the absence of the disease. We see maybe like the focus on that. For us, it is something really fundamental that we want to look at. And like studying many specific diseases, I think it was told also yesterday by someone that really, if we are lucky, it is going to be something that affects every single one of us. So it is important on all So for those of you, who don't know much about the immune system or immune aging, you might imagine, you might know that immune cells turn over a lot, right? And so there are two parts in the turnover that are really critical: is the bone marrow, which gives rise to the immune cells, and then the thymus, which is the final stage of maturation of the T cells. And so those are two sites which actually drive a lot of immune processes, and some of those, such as the mononucleosis, which was also discussed in brochure by T.U.A. and Welch in 2012, as a place of reason why you have basically degeneration of your hematopoietic stem cells. And the other part is your dynamic evolution, which comes through measure in T cells circles. But you can see that dynamic evolution starts already 20 years old and onward. So, there is no room yet for senescent cells, there is no room for any of the somatic disease, but you are already changing both of those, starting from 20 years old. So those people, or the immediate audience, you are aging through the as well, and even if you see that why it's happening. And so, at the end of the day, these two groups, they contribute to changes in the immune cells in the body, which then can be manifested in different how we respond to infection in the elderly, how we handle cancer with the immune system, and so on. So for us, I'm going to focus today on three stories, basically chronologically more or less. All of these three stories were published in the Unity, and there was one in October, more than a month ago. And for us, the interest to understand how the immune homeostatic changes for the age started for the mind, and very straightforward application when we took the 4 different organs, took the immune cells and profiled using the single cell sequencing, and then compared what is changing with age. In animating all the population, blood person, in each organ there was a significant different changes between the young and old immune population. But what was really noticeable is that in all organs there was one particular subpopulation representing only the CD8 cells that were accumulating with age old age. And so you can take the combination of all of the CD8 cells from these organs, and you get this type of Well, and then you see that in young mice, basically there is no cells like that at all. And in old mice, this is where this is about 2-year-old mice, this is where all these cells are, and then people that cells are accumulated. So this is pretty dramatic change. Thirdly, there is no monoclonal antibodies, and these are memory cells, but you can take a look at other markers of these cells, like the PD1, those, LAC3, those typical dose-sensitive markers, for which you are looking antibodies, and you can validate and look at it using laboratory. In fact, when you do that, you see that, for example, in liver, young mice, you have taking of these cells, and then once you get about 3-year-old mice, 70% of all the CD8 cells in the liver have this age-associated transient positive phenotype. So we're not talking about the small changes with the age. This is massive, completely modeling of the CD8 cell compartment. And similarly, if you look at the other organs, and you can see that for half, 50% or so cells in the main organs, CD8 cells are of the PD1 transient positive phenotype. So what happens in humans? We are mice. We were looking deeper, much more about details of what is happening to the mice. But really, the big interest for us is what's happening in humans. It turns out that in humans, memory CD8 cells also have the transient positive population, but also have more kind of conventionally recognized transient positive population. And what you can see is the transient positive cells actually accumulate with the genes quite well if you focus specifically on healthy individuals, while transient positive cells they tend to accumulate but not specifically. And what is more important is that when you look at the post-economic reports, you can see that in fact transient A and transient positive CD8 cells in people is actually two different subpopulations that are distinct memory CD8 cells. In fact, to see that, you can take human CD8 cells and then go with single-cell sequencing, and you can see immediately a very nice, without any effort, five different parts. The naive T-cell part, the central memory, the naive cells, and then the transient H, and then the B positive subpopulations of the memory cells, which are beautifully marked with the corresponding random expression. And when you look at the different states, you can see that naive cells are decreasing, and transient T cells consistently with the post-economic data are increasing, and transient T cells are trending upwards, but not really just statistically. So this shows that indeed the transient T cells are significant part of the population of stage-of-stage remodeling in healthy people, so that's easy, but other subpopulations are changing too, and so it was interesting for us to really see broadly if we look at the blood and EMC in humans, what changes with the age, not only CD8 but all the other compartments. And so it took work of three co-authors, the leadership by Derek Harvard here, who compiled about 300 plus samples of the EDCs taken from 156 individuals across ages from 25 to 85 years old, and subjected it to single-cell RNA sequencing and analyzed and then looked at the validation methodology for some of the key findings. And what is really important is that we try to really focus on a healthy human aging. And the cohort that we work with is actually heavily characterized using the conventional clinical biochemistry. And so what you see on the bottom over here is that these people have regular CRP, not really goes up with the creatinine, the liver enzymes, the triglycerides. These people are marked by BMI. And you can see the typical categories, like testosterone going down, thyroid hormone going up, the age going up. But there is no inflammation in these people, there is no issues with the lipid content, etc. It is very, very important that we can distinguish between the comorbidities, age-associated increase in obesity and similar things, versus actual underlying healthy aging, immunization process. And this is also important for all of us, including our lab, who is working with the individual mind, or things like one of the organisms because the mind are incredibly fat and inflamed. And old people are not, healthy old people are not. And so extending the lifespan of minds that are fat and inflamed is really fighting comorbidities more than actually fighting the healthy aging and lifespan extension of aging and our life. So once you get this type of consideration, what you do, you compile the data set, you analyze the cells, and you get about 2 million PDC data sets, which I think is the biggest data sets, and you can now take a look at the different dynamics of the population. And in major populations, you can see that CD cells projection of one by going down the way, something that people also have known for a long time, that CD4 ratio goes up with age. And not really major differences with other compartments, major subpopulations. And then what we want to do is to actually go to individual subpopulations, major subpopulations, and see what are subtypes, smaller subsets are changing with the, what are the remodeling that's happening inside. And so typically the way to do it is that you take the cells such as CD8 cells, you subcluster groups on them and subcluster them separately. And so what we see here is several subpopulations of many cells and a bunch of the memory CD cells. And this is like the political map of the world, right? So we have some countries, borders, etc. But what we are interested in is actually more of the population density and migration type of map of the world and how it's going to be changing with the age. And on each bigger political map, you can still see that it's the B-positive areas and then the C-positive areas, so everything consistent with the previous considerations. And so if you start looking at the population density, what you see is that in young people, of course, as you would expect, the majority of the cells are in a naive phenotype. And then, as you go to the aging process, you can see the islands. Because, in this last map here, it's not clear where the total points of population. But here you can see 4 major populations of the memory cells that are really accumulating for the health aging and extended age. And so, looking at those populations, again, you can see that one of them, this guy over here, this is the guy that is positive memory cells that are accumulating. Of course, naive cells are decreasing quite significantly. And then there is a very interesting population, which for a long time I thought is just artifact, technical artifact, is still actually positive memory cells, which turns out to go down with age. This is kind of unconventional for the memory cells, not to be accumulated, but individually they are still not sure what is the origin of these cells. But we looked at the other data sets, public data sets, and in fact these cells are present no matter which continent, even Europe, America, the data set is actually coming from, so these must be the real cells in there. Very small fraction of memory cells, but they do go down with age. Now, what is interesting to pay attention to is that when you think about the memory cells, there is the subpopulation of central memory cells, which normally you would think as one subpopulation in humans, but in reality, you see these are very distinct subpopulations, which are positive and negative cells. And all of those subpopulations go up with age, central memory cells increase. But what is interesting is that we see there are positive subpopulations. If you look at the gene expression, it reaches the markers of this Th2 response. That 2 response in T-cell pathway. Which is a bit strange because Th2 cells is the CD40 cells, not the Th cells. And so about 20 years ago, several groups were discussing actually something that is called Th2 cells, cytotoxic Th2 cells. And so, in fact, it was not really confirmed much in mice, but in people, this is really what it looks like cytotoxic Th2 cells, because when you look at the stimulate overall behavior from young versus old individuals, what you see is the increase in the production of the active cytokines, IL-4, IL-5, IL-9, IL-13. So here is the huge functional difference that you will experience as the older adults versus young adults for the baseline, there will be no difference, but once you get populated, you reduce much more the active cytokines in older age compared to younger age. So this section of the CD80 cells now we move towards CD40 cells, which can evolve separate computational challenge in terms of the annotation, which number of the executed. And we can see that in some of the most changing populations, we actually have H2 memory cells, which go up about twofold, and then the CD420 shows up with the CD80 cells. And we can see that this can be seen not only by single cell identity, but also by the post-translational network. So, it's very long list of the subpopulations that are changing. This is one of the ways to represent it, and this is a good example where you can see the subpopulations that go down the age and see that on the y-axis, and on the right you see populations that are accumulating for the age. You can see, for example, the type 2 memory cells that we have accumulating on this side, and we also see many cells, which is again reflective of the time evolution, because the time calculus based on the age is one of the common features. And if you take this proportion and then plot them here, you can immediately see the structures that are kind of separated by age. And if you don't need to do too much math, even the principal component 1 will provide you with any proxy if you want to give any type of slope or anything for the immunity of the eating. So, however, what is interesting is that you can imagine that while some of the populations are changing in proportion, other populations will age might stay steady level, but change transcription, right? So they can change durability. And one example of this transcription is the important. Right? So they actually turned out to do things that even to age, but in terms of proportion. But the new undergoing move market are not always important of the new market is modeling this. And one of the examples I want to talk with is the high pathway, and in German I can really use in alpha array, which is use the optical using device opening, we can see the protection and because it's well. So with this, really nicely see the moving happening on both sides. And so there's one of the postdoc in the lab. She asked, if I zoom in into naive cells, can I see even more features of the modeling? What she noticed in the paper that just came out this year in Tennessee was she noticed that there is a subpopulation in both CD4 and CD8 cells, which is actually leading to the age as a fraction of the naive cells, within the naive cells. And this application is very much related to transcription traffic in the top score and the keywords and hope being specifically in that population. And what was the application? The answer came from comparing computations to carbon dioxide, when we actually looked at against the carbon anti-type, the treatment for the anti-type procedures for duplicate inside this cluster, which basically says that these population transcription cluster correspond to the China immigrant cells that just came out from the fragment. And we're very happy to kind of our image expected for recovery, even for those who don't know time to work, they will take on the 15 time immigrants that are coming out as a new naive cells, which will drive the immune system forward. But what is really important is that not only transcription cluster was identified, we were lucky in that we have in our testing data antibodies that beautifully cover this specific population. Normally, either this will be an activation marker or T-cell marker, but it turns out that it's not the population of the cells which corresponds to the recent time. And in fact, on hepatitis, this is verified in the time. To prove that it's a really marker, what we can do is we can store the naive cells CD20 by CD38 level, and then profiled by RD frequency, and then must be because you can see that yes, it holds exactly 1% into that cluster. So this must be the real distributing marker, Turkish marker for the Eastern continental subculture. So at this point, you might ask, well, we've done some of the investigation, why do I care, why do you care about this slide? And the reason is because now we have both conceptual understanding of what is the extended diagram, but also we have a way to measure it using cytometry in on peripheral blood. And the previous marker that was as close as possible, CD31, was actually really performing really poorly, and people kind of knew that it's the best. And the reason why this is important is because there was a beautiful conversation yesterday at the panel discussion about the fact that we don't have classical structure for the clinical trials for the interventions in aging. We can either wait 50 years to see if we're going to survive better, we don't have that time yet, or we don't really normally have now well-defined endpoints that will tell you whether your intervention drug is successful or not. And so, from the perspective of the power updates, we don't try to rejuvenate the whole body right away, but we try to think of how we can focus on rejuvenating or targeting one specific organ or one specific process. And in this context, once you have the marker for identifying in the blood and having output right away, it means you can test immediately any intervention that would lead to the target elimination. And within a matter of half a year or so, you will be able to say whether the target elimination is achieved by this or that particular drug. We are now trying in humans with the double-blind trial by evidence to see whether it will help with mice, but we see whether it helps with the times in people, and with at least one particular direct meaningful measure of the elimination can be evaluated nowadays. And if you think about the context of that aging, what you can see is that this is how the CD38 or the CD38 cells decrease the age to the part of the naive CD4 cells and CD8 cells, so just like you would expect, the time out of the goes down. And if you profile to using this bigger marker, it turns out that not only CD38 changes in naive cells can be seen, but also CD35 goes out in CD4 cells, but the other part, CD3 for the cells actually start accumulating in terms of both naive CD4 and CD cells. So to sum up, the story that we published talks about the remodeling of naive cells, which has to do with the decrease of CD38 over the expression time evidence in circulation, increase of CCR3 positive cells among naive cells, and in CD4 in CD5. So I'll take three group of people, my lab, which is a grand faculty, my family, my dad is doing the life control of the different age here, and of course the quality of you, which are all very smart and very nice. Thank you.
Make an announcement that after this, we're going to take a photo outside. So before you disappear after the question, please go outside with the photo. Okay, question.
Hi, one for Sandy. I just have several questions. First of all, the blood investigation about the intervention. I wonder why you choose these four tissues.
Well, I'm glad it was accessible one for the
Oh, okay. And another question. The blood is used into the blood. You have some rules because everything we are basically into the influence of mind.